This week's craft idea is a very simple 3D Christmas ornament that you can maybe hang in your window or even in the Christmas tree. All you have to do is print this sheet that you can find in the Advent Together Padlet link. You want to cut it out on the black lines and carefully fold back all the dotted lines, just like I did here. I have mine cut already, and then carefully I folded back all these little pink flaps, because this will tell me where exactly I have to apply the glue. So I want to put the glue on all the little pink flaps there, and then with the help of maybe an older brother or sister or your mom, you want to form this into a little house, and just for a few seconds you have to press it together so that it keeps its shape, okay? And once you're sure that it keeps its shape, you want to punch a hole in the upper part here, because this is where you're gonna put a piece of string so that you can later hang your ornament, whatever you want to hang it, maybe by the window, in your room, or like I did in the Christmas tree. I hope you're gonna enjoy doing this and have fun with your family. As we are getting ready to celebrate Christmas in a few days, I think it's very useful for us to stop a little bit, take a step back and think, why do we celebrate Christmas? Do we celebrate Christmas because our homes look nicer and more festive with the Christmas tree and Christmas decorations? Do we celebrate Christmas because we love to receive and we love to offer gifts to the ones that we love? Do we celebrate Christmas because of the music and because of the lights? And why? Why do we do this? In my opinion, we need to celebrate Christmas because at Christmas time, it's the perfect time to be reminded of how great God's love for us is. You see, ever since Adam and Eve sinned in the Garden of Eden, God made a plan. God wanted to make a plan that included a savior, a rescuer, someone that would get them back to Him, someone that would redeem them, someone that will make it possible for you and me to have access to God and His kingdom. And that someone, it was His Son, Jesus Christ. God promised He would send a rescuer. And today I would like to share with you one of the books that we've enjoyed reading in the Advent time with my kids, and it's called The Christmas Promise by Allison Mitchell and Catarina Echeverri. A long, long time ago, so long that it's hard to imagine, God promised a new king. He wasn't any ordinary king, like the ones we see on TV or in books. He would be different. He would be a new king, a rescuing king, a forever king. And you know what? One precious night, God kept His Christmas promise. Would you like to know how He did it? I'm sure you already know. The Christmas story starts with an angel. He came from God to see Mary. The angel had a special message. Mary, you're going to have a baby. He will be a special baby. God promises that your baby is going to be king, not for a little while, but forever and ever. He will be the forever king. Mary was going to marry Joseph, so God sent another angel. He came to see Joseph. The angel had a special message. Mary is going to have a very special baby, the angel said to Joseph. Her baby's going to be king, and he will rescue his people. He will be a rescuing king. God had promised that His new king would be born in a little city called Bethlehem. And that's where Mary and Joseph went. But Bethlehem was very busy with lots and lots of people. So when the baby was born, he had to sleep in a manger instead of a bed. All the other mangers in Bethlehem held food for hungry animals to munch, but this manger held a tiny baby. The shepherds in the fields had such a surprise. It was quiet and dark, and the sheep were snoozing when whoosh, an angel popped into the sky. Now the sky was bright and the shepherds were so scared, but the angel had a special message for them. "Don't be afraid. I have wonderful good news for you," the angel said. "God's chosen king has been born tonight. He's going to rescue his people just as God promised. He will be the rescuing king." Then lots and lots of excited angels joined in to celebrate. The shepherds were really excited. They went rushing to see the new king, and there he was, lying in a manger, just as the angel said. But they weren't the only ones who had heard the good news about the promised new king. Some wise men living far away had also been sent a message. It was quiet and dark, and they were watching the stars when whoosh, a new star popped into the sky. The star had a special message. The wise men knew what it meant. A very special king had been born, the king for all God's people. This child was the promised new king. The wise men were so excited, so they went in a long journey to see the new king. And there he was, just as the star had shown them. Everything God promised came true. There are lots and lots of different kings in the world, but God sent the greatest king of all. He sent a new king, a rescuing king, and a forever king. And do you know what this king's name is? His name is Jesus. I would love for us to believe this, that Jesus is our new, rescuing, and forever King. I would like it for you to be blessed with God's love and a wonderful celebration of Christmas with your families.